Let's face it, we all have a superhero suit we wish we could wear or just pull off.
Where is my super suit?
But some of our favorite Avengers costumes have a number of hidden secrets that change everything. Whether it's Peter Parker's Spidey suit, Cap's star-spangled outfit and shield, Thor's glorious red cape and trusted Stormbreaker, or even Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet, we all have our favorite look and design. But the reason they're good enough to replicate at Comic-Con or on Halloween is the crazy amount of design and attention to detail that goes into making these awesome costumes, with them sometimes taking weeks, if not months, to get right in design. In fact, some suits take 3 months just to get a general design. But this meticulous amount of detail leads to a number of interesting stories, Easter eggs, and secrets to come from just the suits alone.
It's not an S.
Put on your favorite superhero attire and get ready to assemble for these Avengers Suit secrets. I'm actually wearing my Spider-Man pajamas right now. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that, was I? When you're the lead actor in a hit franchise and making $75 million in one movie alone, it's safe to say that you get quite a few liberties. And one of those liberties for Iron Man actor Robert Downey Jr. is not having to actually wear the Iron Suit. In an interview with talk show host David Letterman on his Netflix show My Next Guest, RDJ admitted that he did in fact wear the full suit, including the helmet in the first movie. But the actor had an issue with the visibility every time the LED lights went on.
And it was like Manchurian Candidate. Like I was absolutely blinded.
So, from Phase 2 onwards, RDJ refused to wear the helmet, instead having 2 dots painted on his face and allowing CGI and body doubles to do the rest. But one thing RDJ flat out refused to do was wear a motion capture suit, saying that he wouldn't be caught dead in one. In fact, the only thing he would wear was the top half of the Iron Man suit, meaning that everything from the waist down was CGI'd in. For $75 million, I'd wear the mankini from Borat, probably a lot less than that actually. Sorry to put that image in your head. But RDJ wasn't the only actor to be uncomfortable wearing their super suit. In fact, superhero suits are notoriously uncomfortable. We have a whole video on the subject, and a number of Avengers actors did not enjoy wearing their outfit. This is mostly to do with the massive amount of heat they generate. Paul Bettany's Vision outfit would require cold water to be pumped around it to keep the actor cool. Meanwhile, Scarlett Johansson's outfit was so hot that she would often have to wring out her socks and would even begin to hallucinate due to dehydration. In fact, she would often see sights of giant green monsters, purple aliens, and Chris Evans with a beard.
Notice you've copied my beard?
But even gods apparently struggle with their outfits, with Tom Hiddleston stating that his metal helmet would cause his brain to cook, while Chris Hemsworth wore a shirt under his Thor suit that they could plug a hose into to keep him cool. Ironic, because people usually get hot under the collar looking at Chris Hemsworth. But while some actors struggle with the suits, others don't find it so bad. Evangeline Lilly, in an interview with Backstage OL, said that she had noticed that her male co-stars had issues with the outfits, but found that her outfit wasn't as bad and that she's used to being uncomfortable wearing heels every day. She also described her outfit as sexy and cool, and that it made her feel like a superhero. Gwyneth Paltrow also shared a similar sentiment when she described suiting up in the Iron Suit for the first time, saying in an interview with Entertainment Tonight that while it isn't as comfortable as yoga pants, it's just a costume. Paltrow even went as far as to label her male co-stars RDJ and Don Cheadle, who both complained about the suit, as crybabies. Wow, you can really feel the love there. Away from actors complaining about their suits and co-stars, fans of Captain Marvel may have noticed that there are a ton of Easter eggs and hidden details in the movie, some of which are hidden in the costume design. When we see Carol and the Kree in their Star Force uniform, we at first assume that they all have a star on their chest, but upon closer inspection, we learn that they all have their own individual symbol, with Carol being the only one to wear the 8-pointed star. We also see the Mohawk helmet, which is taken from the 2012 comic book design, as well as being reminiscent of one of the character's hairstyles she has in the comics. But the helmet has even more detail behind it, as it's actually made from the same technology behind Star-Lord's helmet. Also, as Carol is determining her final look, she scrolls past the... that pun doesn't even make sense, does it?
It was fine.
Scrolls past 2 different costumes that refer back to the character's past. The green and gray costume is a reference to Marvel's original comic book suits, while the black and yellow costume is a reference to Danvers' Miss Marvel days. Black Panther has been a revelation for a number of reasons, in part because of Chadwick Boseman's amazing performance as the character, another due to its relevance in the zeitgeist, and another is the awesome costume the character wears. The suit is iconic and looks menacing, holding the same amount of weight as the Batsuit, with its use of vibranium and technology assisting its wearer in being a force to be reckoned with. The suit scene in Captain America Civil War is upgraded in the Black Panther solo movie by T'Challa's sister Shuri, with it being able to absorb and subsequently release kinetic energy, which is indicated via the use of the color purple. But you may have noticed when T'Challa first sees the kinetic power in his suit, a sentence comes up in purple text written in the Wakandan language. Okay, like me, you probably didn't, but eagle-eyed Reddit user The Cruiser did and took the liberty to translate the message for us with the sentence reading, "I love you, Mom." It is an insanely sweet message, but it's unclear who it's from, whether it was put in by Shuri or is an Easter egg from the director Ryan Coogler himself. Either way, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another secret message, this time dedicated to the late Chadwick Boseman, if the suit is ever used again. Unlike the Black Panther and Iron Man suit, the Spider-Man suit looks fairly simple in design and make, but that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, costume designer Judiana Makovsky told CNN that it is actually the most difficult to make. Without hesitation, Makovsky said that you need a number of geniuses working on the suit in order to make it function. That's because, although it looks like a simple leotard, the suit has to fit onto the actor Tom Holland without creases or seams and make it have a wrinkle-free appearance. It also has to fit easily over his head and allow the actor to move and do stunts without ripping. The eye holes also have to be detachable so the actor can be given a chance to hydrate, with a straw being pushed through the eye hole so he can drink. But the design itself also has a number of callbacks to other movies within the MCU, particularly pertaining to Tony Stark, which makes sense seeing as he's the MCU's on-screen fashion designer. I'm pretty sure that RDJ doesn't actually make and sew the suits himself, but you never know.
No kicks!
Tony and Peter have a pseudo-father and son relationship, with Tony adopting the role as Peter's mentor and guardian, which made for the emotionally crushing blow when Peter turns to dust. But one of the visual cues in regards to their relationship is the secret features the Spidey suit Tony designed has. The features are important within the plot, as the parachute Tony adds to the suit in Homecoming ends up saving his life after Peter's tussle with the Vulture. But they also have some callbacks too. The heater the suit is equipped with is a nod back to Iron Man 3, where Tony is stranded in the snow in Tennessee without a suit and completely frozen and vulnerable. The parachute is also a reference to Tony's buddy James Rhodes, aka War Machine's fate in Captain America Civil War, who ends up paralyzed after his fall, and Tony wants to make sure that the ones closest to him never go through that kind of pain again. Back to the world of Reddit, which is apparently the home of eagle-eyed Marvel viewers, user, I don't think I could say that. Editor, pop his name up on the screen. I'm just gonna say Fatchin Hell noticed something very particular in the design of Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne's suits in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Both costumes look fairly similar and rather insectile, but the creatures they're named after, an ant and a wasp respectively, are actually emblazoned on their chest. If you look closely enough, you'll notice Ant-Man has the head of an ant on his suit, while Wasp has the head of a wasp on hers. Pretty clever, eh? Not gonna lie, I didn't see it at all, but now I can't not see it. As we mentioned, the ending of Infinity War was an emotional gut punch for everyone, with a number of characters losing their trusted allies and loved ones. One such character is everyone's favorite trash panda, Rocket Raccoon.
Don't call me a raccoon!
I'm sorry. I took it too far. I meant Trash Panda.
Who not only loses his best friend Groot, but his entire team in the snap, which of course includes Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord. Rocket and Quill often engaged in testosterone-filled bickering, both vying for influence as leader of the Guardians, but deep down the two actually did like and respect one another. How do we know this? Well, this comes from an item of clothing Rocket is wearing in Endgame. As Rocket joins up with the rest of the Avengers in the time heist, we see Rocket wearing a red scarf, the very same one that Peter Quill used to own. I wonder if he got that scarf back after Endgame. As we said, Tony is the unofficial costume designer for the Avengers and is often helping to design new features to help his fellow heroes. Tony's suit is the best example of this, with his suit progressing to the point where it doesn't even need a Jarvis or Friday to run it and is actually all mind-controlled. It also, at the end, only weighs 25 pounds and has the ability to change its shape and design, showing how much it has developed over time. Tony also helps out Bruce as well. After his embarrassing scene in Avengers where he wakes up in a warehouse, Tony Tony Stark naked. He's given some clothes by a friendly janitor. Thankfully though, Bruce doesn't have this problem again, as Tony designs a pair of pants made with microfibers that changes shape with him, meaning they won't tear off when he turns and prevent the paparazzi from having a field day. Another suit to progress is Cap's, who despite having super strength and durability, still has a certain weakness to bullets, hence why he uses a big ol' shield. But his suit is upgraded for Winter Soldier when he's given an outfit made out of Kevlar, making him basically bulletproof. So what did you make of these secrets? Which is your favorite superhero outfit? Which one would you want to wear? Let us know in the comments below and make sure to subscribe to the channel today for everything Marvel.